Are you struggling to make weekend plans with your partner? Well, actress Kira Kosarin, you know her from the Thundermans, that 90s show, she's got a trending hack that might help. I like this actually. It's called the 50-50 method. When she and her husband can't decide whether to go out or stay in, they toss out percentages like I'm 60% in, 40% out. I'm 20% in, 80% out. Whoever has the bigger gap cares more, so that's what they do. They even use this for food decisions, sushi or Italian. Let the percentages decide. What do you think? I actually kind of like it. Here she is explaining.
My husband and I have a really great method for negotiating small things like whether we want to go out or stay in or what we want for dinner in a way that doesn't get you stuck in that awful loop where it's like, well, what do you want to do? Well, I want to do this, but I'm happy to do that if you want. So we call it the 50-50 method, and it basically takes that conversation and it turns it into numbers so that you can articulate what you would want selfishly and then also find common ground and make the decision based on what you now know truly the other person wants. So let's say we're trying to decide if we want Thai or Indian for dinner. One of us would go, hey, okay, I can't decide. What's your 50? And maybe I'll go, I'm leaning like 60% Thai, 40% Indian. And then maybe Max would go, ooh, I'm leaning like 10% Thai, 90% Indian. And then I would go, okay, let's do Indian. Because even though I want Thai a little more, I now know you want Indian a lot more. Or let's say we're trying to figure out whether to go out or stay in. And I'm like, I don't know. What do you think? What's your 50? And you go, well, honestly, I'm like 60 in, 40 out. And then I can go, I'm like 20 in, 80 out. And he'll go, okay, you really want to go out. I don't really mind. My percentages are pretty close. Let's go out and do what you want. Sometimes they align and sometimes they don't. And you can also use this method with multiple choices. It can be, 30, 30, 30 or whatever. We use it with our friends when we're all trying to decide what to order for dinner. It works really well for us and it's kind of a fun little game. So I highly recommend it next time you're decision making with a partner or friends. What's your 50?